Hey, library listeners. Ashton, James's girlfriend here. I'm sorry for the interruption, but I need to do some shameless self-promotion. If you're a fan of the antics on the library and thought to yourself, man, I wish they talked about horror movies, then swing on by to our brand new podcast, Room 237, brought to you by JumperScape Audio. A best-in-class podcast for first reactions and reviews of horror films, both old and new, with some wacky opinions, thought-out analysis, and plenty of stupidity to go around. Tune in starting February 23rd on all platforms you enjoy your podcasts on.
The Halo universe is filled with wonder, mystery, and fascinating discoveries around every corner. With so much to explore, four friends decided it was about time that they booted up their consoles and discussed this universe that has grabbed their attention since childhood. JumperScape Audio kindly welcomes you to join them in the library.
Welcome one and all back to The Library, the show where we normally talk about Halo lore, but that's just not happening this time.
I mean, it might a little bit.
Maybe
There's probably going to be a little bit.
At least in context for the questions, yeah. Because this week, we're doing just basically entirely Q&A. Because I guess we kind of just more felt like it.
It might be fun. It might be quirky.
I'm guaranteeing it will be fun.
It's going to be
Thank you, Shane.
That was very cool.
Before we get started, though, we have some exciting things to bring up. First of all, tomorrow, it's 237 Day. Woo! Room 237.
Did you just boo? You're not welcome anymore.
No.
Hosted by James.
No.
James and Ashton. They're going to be hosting it. It's going to be great.
It already is.
Yeah.
I hope.
It's pretty great.
We're coming along.
I found myself trying to edit it and then just forgetting to edit it and listening instead.
Well, that's a good sign.
That is a really good sign. So that show will be dropping tomorrow. So go anywhere you get your podcasts and you'll find it.
I mean, please listen. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm like, oh boy,
it'll be just fine.
I think it's like when the library first started, and I was like, well, I'm having fun doing this, but is anyone really going to listen to this?
Well, we already have an established audience. I'm sure a decent few of them are going to hop over.
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember is that people do listen to the library, and
a
it
lot.
did catch on.
For some
and hey,
reason,
quite literally #1 on Spotify for Halo podcasts. But
why do you love us?
tell
Why? Tell me now.
And for our
we like
YouTube,
to have fun here.
for our
That's
YouTube
why.
audience, the first episode is going to be
having
dropping.
scrambling for the M key. Sorry.
The first episode for Room 237 is going to be dropping on the JumperScape Media main YouTube channel first, and then it will drop on its own channel the next week with episode 2. So just letting you know that right off the rip, just so that everyone knows where to find it. So yeah, tune into that. It'll be great. It'll be fun.
And everywhere else you get your podcasts.
Everywhere else you get your podcasts.
Yeah. So next week, though, we are starting a new format. We're going to be trying out something new. So the show is going to be continuing as normal, same format roughly. But instead, what's going to happen is we're going to cut the show into 2 different halves. So we're going to be cutting the show into 45-minute segments instead of these 1.5-hour typically long episodes. On Tuesdays, you'll be getting our lore conversations / the topic for the week. And then on Thursdays, you'll be getting our community focus and antics and all those random things that we do. That's more like Q&A, the trivia, that whole thing. So if you want to tune into that, they'll be dropping on those 2 days. So then technically you have more days of the week that you have to look forward to getting some stuff from us. So
3 days of the week have JumperScape podcast.
We need to get the other 4.
Okay.
And last but not least, we are going to start reading the reviews that we get
Oh,
for fun. So if you want to get your review read, then you're going to want to go on to anywhere you can drop a review. I know you can do it on Apple Podcasts for sure. And it will pop up for us, especially the 5 stars, because I think all we have is 5 stars. So if you could just keep on dropping the 5 stars.
No big deal or nothing.
No big deal or nothing.
Someone's going to give us a 1 star out of spite now.
I certainly hope not, because genuinely, before you go and do that real quick, I'm going to stop you right there, Steven. 5-star reviews actually help the show a whole lot, like a lot. So if you could actually, first of all, out of the kindness of your own heart, but also second of all, so that we can read these reviews, because some of them are genuinely like, some of them are, I mean, none of them are even funny. They're just all wholesome. They're so nice. So I'm gonna get it started first and foremost by reading these real quick, because there's like 9 right now. One of them from various just random Windows signs and symbols.
What? What a guy.
10 out of 10. They're funny and knowledgeable about the lore. Definitely recommend. That was July 30th of 2023.
Man.
That was a long time ago. Next up, from the Russian Halo Wolf, very involved Lorecast. This Lorecast is a great way to get to the basic idea of Halo lore and other lore as seen in episode 10, Shield Worlds. He's citing episode.
Bro cited Shield Worlds. It's so funny. I don't even remember how that episode went.
I remember that being one of the best ones from the early days.
I remember it being one of the ones that I probably tried to get a nuke in MW2 on.
That one was given on October 23rd, 2023. Then October 26th, we got one from Northern Sandwich Hunter. So
Whoa.
Shane, your best friend.
By the way, everyone, Jersey Mike's so much better than Subway.
It's so much better.
It's mind-blowing how much better it is than Subway.
Well, how is it in comparison to Jimmy John's?
Way better.
I think Jimmy John's is like, no, not Jersey's. Jersey's beats everything. Subway versus Jimmy John's.
Hey, Subway's still good.
Oh,
though.
Jimmy John's is better than Subway.
Subway's still good.
Subway is
Still
good.
good.
It's beaten.
It's the most trash out of all of the sub shop.
Although
fast food chains.
I'll still eat there all the time.
Actually, no, Quiznos is in the most trash. Does it? It still exists. Apparently.
There's one store that I know of in Chicago, and no one goes there.
Yeah.
They blew up their own marketing, like in a bad way. They
Like,
destroyed
if you want to
themselves.
gross out yourself, go to Subway and have their Philly cheesesteak.
It's not bad.
That's
I
a
think it's
good
so
sandwich.
gross.
Yeah,
That's a good
I don't
sandwich.
dislike it at all.
Okay, then try the Jersey Mike's one after that.
Fair enough.
Next up from Northern Sandwich Hunter was great niche show. We were at the time. Currently obsessed with
Still
Halo
pretty
lore.
technically niche.
We're not really that niche anymore.
Technically niche.
We're
Because
relatively
Halo is honestly
niche.
kind of what I would call niche these days.
Yeah, I suppose. But we were at the Super Bowl, so not that niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently obsessed with Halo lore. Found this podcast and since have listened to them all. Great escape from reality once a week. Thanks, guys. Now it's twice a week, baby.
Obsessed.
You're welcome.
Simon 4, followed by the colors of red, blue, orange, and green, says 5 stars. Great talks and discussions. As a newcomer to the Halo community, this has been very insightful. You could do an episode about fan projects or just a red versus blue episode.
The cough. Just a sudden cough.
He wrote the coughs in. I
He
can
did
see
write
them.
the cough.
Oh, wait, did he?
He wrote the coughs.
I thought you were actually coughing.
No, he's saying fan projects, red versus blue.
Oh, I thought that was just
yeah.
like a genuine like.
No. I'm glad that my performance is so convincing to you.
It was just how quick and sudden it was. I'm like, are you okay? Do you need a drink of something?
UNSC Aegis Fate, or Aegis Fate as I've been properly instructed, says, a must listen for Halo lore fans. I've been a Halo fan since I was 7. I love the lore of Halo, and this show gives it. The hosts are funny, knowledgeable, and good friends. I would recommend this podcast for any Halo fan, whether you're just a regular, just play the game fan, or a deep lore fan. Thank you for that.
With all of us here, we have each of those covered.
Yeah. Iskman says,
Do I need to call 911?
someone pushed random buttons or their cat answered it for them. I don't know.
Their cat was walking on the keyboard.
Epic. 2 words. Just better.
Just better.
Yeah. Given on November 19th.
I like that guy.
5 Galaga alien symbols. That is just, I don't know how he did that, to be honest. It's
impressive.
Says, funny. Very exceptional.
Thank you. Yes.
Very exceptional.
Very exceptional.
Is that technically correct?
What?
Very exceptional.
I think you could get away with it. Potentially. The Great Spartan 115 says 100 out of 10. Funniest podcast I've ever listened to. And then
you need to listen to more podcasts.
Hey, no.
But I appreciate
only this one.
No, okay.
Only this
No,
one.
fine.
only the strongest will survive.
Okay, you're right.
On your morning drive, I want you to listen to the same episode all throughout the week until the next episode comes out.
Ew, why? Why?
There's a lot of people who are joining the Discord right now that are still on like the 20s. They're not caught up yet. They're still trying to figure out where the lactating thing came from.
It's not in the podcast.
It's not.
I think it kind of it is. We probably the first time
bring it up.
we were reading
That's
off.
it.
We were reading off the Patreon
That was
list.
Q&A.
Was it a
Yeah.
Q&A? And we
did that before.
We lost our. I think it was Lactating Gator. I think he was the first one.
He was the start.
and we laughed our asses off at it.
I want to find that moment. Someone
It's got to be
clip it.
history.
Someone clip it.
Someone clip it.
Clip it.
And funny clips from back on our older episodes would be fantastic because we all forget everything that we ever do on this.
Yeah. Anyone want to go through all of our pods and create an out of context compilation?
Someone will do it.
Please do
Someone
it.
in that Discord will do
I'll
it.
take it.
Please do it. If you do it, I will let you be a guest on Room 237.
That's huge.
There you go.
That's
There you
that's
go.
huge.
That's my first offer to Discord members.
It's gonna be
slash
huge
other
deal.
people.
It's gonna be default now.
No,
No, it's gonna be default.
It's gonna be default.
the time.
Default was talking the
It's
other
a
day.
Has to be.
Great
It has to be more than. Here's some ground rules.
There's some rules.
Has to be more than 10 minutes.
more
Gotta
than
make it
more than 10 minutes.
Yes.
Stop.
No more,
please.
no less.
Connor! It has to be more than
No
10
more,
minutes
no
because then
less.
someone could make like literally 3 clips out of context and be like, see, I did it.
True.
Someone
True.
could make out of context clips, create some fake news.
The last review that we got was again from who said kind of the exact same thing that he said before, but 2 months apart. 2 words, just better, and also make more episodes per week. Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
next week. See into the future.
This review may have inspired something.
There is the potentiality of that, but it was more of a conversation that I had with someone who helped me out.
I was trying to make that guy feel special.
No, it was the reviewer.
Way to go. Way to go.
It was entirely him. All right, so on to our patrons. There are too many of you, and I'm just going to sprint through all of these out of inspiration from the thing
We
that.
paused.
Funny
for
enough, I
one.
did read that review before you told us that we were doing this, and I did think that was the reason.
Yeah, Connor, what are you saying?
I say we pause for one Patreon name.
I know which one you want. I know. He's number 4 on here. Don't you worry about it.
All right, let's see. It'll get done quickly.
It's still in order of people who are currently our highest supporters, so that'll still be fine. So Jacob Adlam, Connor, please stop dissing the West Coast. At least keep Washington out of it. I'll give you Austin's McChickens.
Hey, I switched to a different time zone recently.
Dark Salad 42, Dick Hammerbush. Hounds of Meath, it's default 456.
Boo.
Lactating Gator, Mando, Cool Blaze, Kyle Hooley, Mobaggett, Y'all, and Spartan, Nabucco, G156, Addy, Criminal, Connor Clark, Dylan, Garrus, Vicarian, Lactating Milk MT, LPU Soldier, Mass, The Milk 664, Perplex Panic, One Preacher, The Lactation of Mercy, Vermin, Brennan Pfeiffer, Eliza, JX O'Malley, Keith, G077, Oddball Here, Aussie ODST, Damian Groth, Drew Ledbetter, Ginger Boy Head Ass, Hayden Hamilton.
I love that one.
It's default 2.0.
Boo.
Lactating Snape Nipples, Mando 2.0, Pity 104, The Goob, Throne of Lactating Woe, Tom Cruise, Tyler Neal.
Lactating snake what?
right over
I had to read it last week, and it broke me.
I understand that there's
I
no
wasn't
pausing.
ready.
But
Guys, we're so close. I'm almost to the end.
Lactating snake what?
Wraith, X3, Chien, Keegan, Warm Applesauce, and Potassium.
Also, warm applesauce, also known as Ungoy Food Nipple.
Yes, giving
you
appreciation to that.
There you go.
Hey.
Actually, yes.
I was gonna say we should come up with a title for Lactating Gator. Lactating. I only made a username Gator.
All right, so
See if he likes that.
before we hop over into the episode's topic, if you want to join that massive list of patrons, then you can go to patreon.com/JumperScape. It helps us a lot, like a lot. Recently, we've really needed to tap into some of the funds that come out of that to help support a lot of the studio's production and some production on 237's side. So, yes. We absolutely welcome and thank you for all of the support that you've given us so far. It has gone a huge distance.
You might make us pause going through the rest of the Patreons too. You never know.
The funnier the name, but the better.
Yeah, we like the funny ones.
And then if you want to join the Discord, I mean, the community is massive. It's growing. It's at almost 450 members, so you should absolutely pop in. It is discord.gg/JumperScape. I will say that one more time. No, I won't. You can also support us more directly at ko-fi.com/JumperScape. And yeah, that's about all that. Are you guys ready to answer like a lot of questions?
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best to
I'm ready.
encourage some speed running, but to get us started. Spirit of lactation, parentheses.
No, not the music and then that name. No.
If we could have a game based on a book, which book would you want to be adapted most? Think about which would make good gameplay too. You know, those books that you guys have read.
I will, you know, since I've only read 2 Halo novels, I will pick one of the 2. And the answer might shock you.
It might.
It's not Outcasts.
No, that makes sense. It didn't shock me at all.
I don't think it would. Okay.
No.
I don't think that would work that well as a game.
Shadows of Reach, I could imagine.
It's Shadows of Reach.
Yeah.
I was also going to say Shadows of Reach.
The whole big battle at the end was so.
Yeah.
There's so much happening, so that would work. It's a great prequel to Infinite.
Yes.
Too bad.
Connor, which Halo novel would you want to get in a video game?
What was the one we recently covered?
That would be Outcast is the most recent.
What was the one with the AI art cover?
Oh, Defiance?
That one.
He's made his pick.
By the way, next week, we're interviewing that guy.
Ooh.
He wants to come on. He wants to talk. He wants to... I don't know if it's defend. I don't know.
You heard it here, folks.
But he's going to be here.
He wants to plead his case.
That is he is a very nice guy.
As
I suspected and I said. So, yes.
Do you want a cookie?
Yep. That's besides the point though. I don't really
I don't have a cookie. Someone get him a cookie.
I think if I were to want a book adapted to a game, I would want to see more than likely at least aspects of Ghosts of Onyx. I think that would be a very emotional title. Although, if we were going to go for space battles, I would probably want some nice first strike action. I think that'd be really entertaining. Make it like a turn-based strategy game or something like that. That'd be entertaining. All right, let me just mark that because I almost forgot to do that. And next, Lactating Jimmy Rings asks, who is your favorite ODST from the Halo universe and why?
I wonder what your answer is going to be, Austin.
Oh, it's definitely... Oh, I'm going to bet... You probably think it's Rookie.
No.
Oh, Buck?
Buck.
It's okay, he's right.
Yes,
wow,
no.
I thought he was going to...
I also thought it was Buck.
I thought he was going to whiff that.
No,
All right.
no, Buck.
No.
It's Buck.
You underestimate how well we know you.
I'm you know what? I'm happy about that. You know,
I am also a fan of Buck.
I'm not used to people knowing me.
Rookies. I like Rookies, even though he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, and then he gets capped in the back of the head.
Yep. Yeah.
Execution style.
Yep.
And
So
then
is our
falls off the
favorite
balcony.
ODST in Halo, period?
Yes.
Well, as a game player, I only really know the ones in Halo 3 ODST.
Go for it.
But you know what? I think I will pick the one who gets stuck with a plasma grenade in the Day at the Beach cutscene.
And throws his helmet at the elite like a badass.
That is a great cutscene. It is
So that's my
funny.
favorite ODST.
Fair enough.
I'll take Rook. I like the strong silent type.
Sick. Now's one of those times. Pays to be the strong silent type. I love that quote so much. Potassium parentheses Austin asks, what is the one thing you'd like to see expanded on in the Halo universe? For example, I'd personally love to see the Sangheili language further expanded upon. Maybe even the depth of the Dova Jul was in Skyrim.
Make it actually translatable. Because it changes in almost every game.
I respect it. I do. But I think there is a lot more important things to expand upon in the Halo universe right now.
Such as?
the gap between Halo 5 and Halo Infinite.
And that's your one thing.
I mean, that is one of them.
I'm sorry, you only get one thing.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Connor, what is one thing you would want to see expanded?
Let's go with. I want to know more about the brutes.
Shocker.
Oh, shit, wow. We've been getting fucking hammered in
know-
the face with brutes the last couple of years. Like, they've had plenty.
I want to
mean,
know
I'm-
more about their upbringing.
I mean, it's cool. Their upbringing, I mean, be strong or we'll eat you. Or we'll eat you.
There's got to be more to it.
they're literally space monkeys.
And they quite literally have a warrior culture. Like, they just kill each other if you're not strong enough.
I mean, let's learn more about the culture. Like, how do they train? Like, how do they train their children?
Probably varies from tribe to tribe.
They beat the hell out of them.
That is that too.
Now, in his defense, you said probably varies from tribe to tribe. We don't know.
I just don't
that's
know.
Yeah, we
that's
can
a
learn
valid,
about
that's a
different
valid
tribes.
point.
We might actually know. I just don't know.
We can learn
if
about
anyone was
different
gonna know, it'd be
tribes.
this guy.
The brutes aren't all that like crazy. They aren't like their culture
There's
is
gotta, but that's okay. That's
So
the
you
thing.
hear
There's
that,
gotta
Shane?
be
You hear
more.
that? Culture.
the culture of the brutes is. I mean, it's not very.
I mean, I know
deep.
they're barbaric, but I mean, I think
They really like their whole culture is quite literally. I don't like you. I will kill you to usurp
right. Okay,
you.
so it's simplistic. So therefore, I understand what he's saying. It needs to be expanded upon.
I mean, the best we could probably get is why do they dress the way that they do?
Add
And-
something to it. Just add something to it.
See,
that
look
goes.
at- look
that
at all
goes
these
along with
questions.
expanding.
But
on
they
it.
have such simplistic brains. There's not really much to add upon. They didn't even really like figure out a whole lot of technology for a very, very, very long time because they kept on killing each other.
They just kind of got found by the Covenant. They're like, let's give these guys like spike guns.
Which, to be fair, they did design those themselves.
See, they got engineering. You hear that?
I'm also going to pick a time gap, but my time gap is between Halo 3 and Halo 4.
Well, Chief was adrift in space.
Yeah, but
There's a whole other
there's
universe happening.
Now, if you want some more of that, there are like 5 novels that answer that question.
You know, let me say it this way. Not in a book.
You want a game or a movie or show?
Or anything. Just something more physical.
A game.
I wish I
A
was.
game.
I wish I could be a better reader, a more disciplined reader, like reading more.
But
I
Me too.
am dumb Gen Z brain. I want to watch or play the thing.
yes, I agree.
Mhm.
I mean, considering the universe is based off of video game, like we shouldn't be getting some of the coolest and most badass content in the form of a book.
Well, let me tell you, as an avid book reader, it's pretty awesome.
Well, here's just the disconnect with me and books.
It's not just you. It's not just you. Don't worry.
I do like me a written story, but when it's something that I grew an attachment to in visual media, it's harder for me to get into the reading, which sounds weird. But like I love horror books and horror like stories because in that case, sometimes the thing your mind thinks of is way scarier than what it would actually look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there is like a benefit to that, but for me, I feel like the benefit of books is how long form the story is. But that's where it ends for me.
Gotcha.
So basically, what I took away from that is, if you're reading, you're not playing Halo.
Yes.
Well, if I were to pick
Yes.
expansion, I would want to expand upon more with Forerunner Empire and Forerunner Story. I know there's already 3 novels about it, but I tweeted about this a while ago, like maybe last week, and a lot of people really liked the idea. Not like animation style or the plot style, but a Clone Wars-esque type show for the Forerunners.
Hold up. This song's going to make me cry.
Lactating Professor Bliggs says, do you think any of our present-day game shows, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, etc., would have survived into the present day of the Halo universe? What do you think Chief's favorite one would be? Also, cracking up at the thought of Chief being terrible at The Price is Right because he's never lived a civilian life and has no concept of how anything costs.
Oh my God, that's so great. Whoa. That is such a great idea.
He would be terrible at everything.
Could you just imagine? And Master Chief, how much do you think this blender is? $700,000.
4 magazines of assault rifle ammo.
It's worth 4 magazines of.
Roughly 3
You win a
human
new
lives.
warthog.
He would be good at. I feel like he'd be good at Wipeout.
No, he'd be fantastic.
He
at-
would be unbeatable at Wipeout.
He'd be great at
He'd
Wipeout.
But here's
just-
the
the little sock and bopper thing would come out of the wall.
God,
He'd just break it.
He grabs, break it.
He would do fantastic in any of those physically based game shows. So he would do amazing in Ninja Warrior as well. But I think he actually would do really well in Jeopardy, considering all of the information he's had to learn.
The question wasn't what would he be best on. It was what show would he like to watch.
That's fair.
Yo, I'm just saying, Chief on the big red bouncy balls. He ain't getting past it.
Oh wait, they'd break. They'd probably just pop.
He's over 1,000 pounds. They'd pop.
Well, would he be in his armor for real though?
Okay, if he was not in his armor, then
Well, if it's the Master Chief from the Halo TV show, probably not.
he'd probably be butt naked on the Wipeout bouncy balls.
I'm just saying, he ain't getting past the red balls. Not doing it.
I think if we were going to talk about the show you'd like to watch, low key, I think he would probably really enjoy Hole in the Wall.
Oh my god, that's. Oh my god.
Maybe Chief is maybe he's an anime guy.
Fit.
Maybe Chief is an anime guy. Connor says.
That's all I'm leaving.
Talking
that
about
at.
game shows,
Straight up game shows.
You never
but
know.
I think John would sip on a morning coffee and learn the value of human products by watching The Price is Right.
Interesting. I thought that was worth 3 human lives.
Cortana, write that
A
down.
grocery store box of pierogies is only how much?
Cortana turns into his little home AI.
Cortana.
It's his Alexa.
Cortana, order pierogies.
Cortana, lights to 10. Gunny, OG basement dweller, asks, so they have a Jeep, but we have a tank. But why would Command send us a tank if no one knows how to drive it?
Well, the only problem I have is you can't pick up chicks in a tank.
I mean, you probably could. But like,
What chicks?
I only come to
There's
that.
not chicks in this entire canyon.
I would only come to that realization 10 minutes later after I say the exact same thing you just did. That you could pick up chicks in a tank. He does realize later.
That is true.
Yeah.
Hey, you can pick up chicks in a tank.
Lactating Craig Panic says, when the captive is put to death in the time lock, are we 100% certain the dust that came after is inert? Or could it restart a flood outbreak from the very beginning using the dust on animals until it shows? Ooh. Everybody's looking at me.
Connor went, ooh, like he knows what we're talking about.
No, just something interesting topic.
That's a good question.
Connor, you want to take this one?
No. if anything, in my opinion, it sounds like everyone's screwed.
Say it again. What's the question? Hold on.
When the captive is put to death in the time lock, are we 100% certain that the dust that came after is inert? Or could it restart a flood outbreak from the very beginning using the dust on animals until it shows?
James's friends like that's telling. He's like, I don't know what the hell that
if
means.
this helps explain it, we're talking about the prisoner, the captive that was on Charum Hakor way back 100,000 years ago during the Forerunner Empire.
Yeah.
You know, the original home planet of the ancient humans.
Here's the thing. I don't think I'll ever read the Forerunner trilogy. Love everyone, but that is like some deep sci-fi Dune nerd that I can't understand.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. I
I agree.
that.
It's probably fantastic. I'm too dumb.
One of these days, just they needed to start making this stuff in a game. They really. Speaking of, this is off topic. Can I ramble for a minute?
Sure, why not?
Have you watched Halo Followers' recent video?
No, because it looked clickbaity, and I know what he's talking about.
I read it, or I read it. I listened to it. I mean, I guess
Is it a transcript?
It's the episode about how there were 10 to 20 games that were cast down from
and shot, like the ideas were thrown out and shot down, and there was like apparently
Yes.
like a lot of big spin-offs. And the idea here's the at this point, even if you want to call it clickbaity or not, it looked, or at least it sounded like it was like all the ideas were really good, and the way Halo's been managed over the last few years, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually shot a lot of these ideas down.
well,
See, the
no,
thing
they-
that sucks about this situation is I'm sure this exact same thing happens in every single game studio.
Oh no, that's
There's probably 20 million ideas that get shot down for every one that gets greenlit.
Look at the Call of Duty leaks. Have you guys seen the Future Warfare leaks?
Yep.
No.
Yep. Yeah. There's a whole freaking game you can find that you can play.
I've seen
Future
that.
Warfare. And also to clarify, that was real. That what you're talking about, that was an X343 dev that did that. But he also posted after that, there are thousands of reasons why a game would be refused. It's not a doom or gloom thing that I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that there were a ton of ideas that we had that had to get shut down. So it's
interesting.
So that's the thing is that
that's why I think a lot of people I think are really overblowing that whole story.
Well, of course, because it's 343.
And I think it's a little unfair because I feel like if you opened up any AAA studio, there's probably 20 ideas that you could find that you would look at and be like, that sounds awesome. I want to play that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just not how the business works.
And it's just because of Helldivers 2. No one was really thinking about that to this degree until that
Would it
dropped.
be awesome if there was a Helldivers-esque Halo game?
Where you could just drop in and just fight Covenant? Yeah, that would be sick.
Hey there, Halo fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our friends right after these messages.
And it was like a huge community-based effort. That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
But it's not the world we live in.
No.
Helldivers did it.
And also
go play Helldivers.
And also Helldivers 1 tanked and wasn't all that popular.
I always forget that it is Helldivers 2.
Yeah, Helldivers 1 was a mobile game.
Oh.
No, Helldivers 2 is a completely different game.
Yep. Sony was like, this has potential.
They turned it into a third person / first person no, I don't want to say looter, definitely not looter, but
No.
it objective based, go do that, you're basically an intergalactic errand boy. Oh, go evac these civilians, go destroy this, go do that. Which, I mean, not knocking it, because they're having issues keeping the servers up because of the amount of people playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's doing very, very well. I bought the game. I have not been able to play once.
You just got to sit there for 20 minutes and you're good.
I've sat there for 45 minutes earlier today and did not get in.
Tough.
It is.
Hey, it's okay, Shane. I can't play it either.
Turbo Furby asks, do you think we'll ever see 343 bring up the UNSC Eternity again, the Infinity's sister ship? Last we heard of it, it was still under construction and parts meant for it were used to refit the Infinity to save time and resources. Yep. I actually 100% think that the Eternity is going to be the thing that we see in the next game.
I think it's going to replace the Infinity because I think the Infinity is completely chalked.
It was demolished.
It was literally chopped in half by another ship. Demo man of lactation. So there you go, Connor. What flavor of Monster?
If I was a real demo man, I wouldn't be discussing this with you, would I?
Regular.
What flavor of Monster Energy would each Halo faction drink? I would not know this. I don't drink Monster.
Okay. Let me break it down for you.
The brutes take the import Monster, calling it.
No. They're built more like
whichever one is red.
I was gonna say Assault. That was what it was called. The one that was red and had the digital camo on the can.
It'd be Assault.
I forgot about the other flavors.
Okay, the UNSC.
They got red tiger camo on their
the UNSC is definitely standard regular
Original.
Monster.
Yep.
I'd say the Covenant is ultraviolet because purple.
What's the worst tasting monster out there?
Well, I was gonna say that the Swords of St. Helios are kind of built like they'd be drinking the white can, the zero.
Yeah, the 0 calories.
The boomer can.
Yeah, sugar.
The worst flavor?
Yes.
I don't know if that sounds like an opinion.
I'm gonna assign that to the Flood. Well, which one is universal?
The Flood would definitely be drinking those Java bullshits.
Ew. Yeah.
Sorry if you drink the Java monsters. I think they're disgusting, but
the coffee monsters are good. They are good.
This is way too sweet.
See, here's my thing. I would just rather drink coffee.
Yeah, that's the thing.
At that point, you just drink
not
coffee.
Everyone has the time for coffee, all right?
Dude, they're in the exact same aisle. They are in the same aisle.
Sometimes I don't want to go make a whole cup of coffee. Sometimes
They're
I'd rather
in the
just
same
buy a
aisle,
can
Connor.
or a bottle.
There's better canned coffee drinks. Almost all of them are better.
I'm not saying I buy the Monster ones. I'm just
Connor,
saying
I
they're
know
good
you.
drinks.
I know you. You know they got canned Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah.
Why don't you drink those?
I like my Celsius more.
Aren't those like killing people or something?
That was
I might be.
I heard something about that.
Wait, what?
I think that was Bang. Was that? I
Are
think
you
that
talking
was
about
Bang.
Prime?
No, it's Celsius.
Are you talking
No,
about
Prime. Prime isn't killing anybody.
No, Prime.
Oh.
I think that's
It's killing my brain
misinformation by
cells.
Gatorade. You heard it here first.
What?
I think all the Prime slander is misinformation spread by Gatorade because they're scared.
No, Prime is
they're
genuinely not healthy for you.
No, there's a
Neither
lot of
is
sugar
Gatorade.
and a
No,
lot of
Gatorade is
caffeine.
actually healthy for you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It'll
Gatorade
obliterate
has
your kidneys.
It very well could, but it,
It
actually
has
does a ton.
electrolytes. Just because it has electrolytes doesn't mean it's a good thing for you.
Dude, and like
Gatorade
you
is not
gotta
great
you
for
gotta
you.
do the research up on
Okay.
what is in Gatorade and what
As
is
a
in Prime.
sports drink, I'm sure it's fine when you're actually like actively using it as a sports drink.
Yes, it
as
is the
a
peak.
day-to-day drink.
No, you
it's
shouldn't.
not good.
You shouldn't drink it as a day-to-day drink. It's not supposed to be that,
But people do.
Yes, and that's their mistake. Gatorade is fantastic. Cool Blaze, Cult of Shameful asks, if someone asks you to help them get into Halo, where would you start them off and how?
At Combat Evolved?
Play the game.
Yeah.
I'd start at Halo 2.
I don't know if I would start them off on Combat Evolved.
I would.
Why? It is the first game.
Well,
it is what started everything.
It's the first game, horribly dated though.
Yes, but it is still
Yeah.
the first game.
But in your modern expectations, I've seen a lot of players who don't like Halo because they played CE first and assumed that it never got any better.
yes, but then just play Halo 2, and it's the best, arguably the best one in the series.
And
That's
also still one of the buggiest. Yes, Connor?
That's why I stand by my answer. Halo 2 is probably the best place to start.
Here's the thing: if you let that new person play on like anniversary graphics, I'm sure they won't even know the difference.
No, it'd be even worse because
the map design
I agree.
is way better on Halo 2. I went and played Combat Evolved by myself. I gave up because I got lost.
It's yes, it's dated, but I will die on that hill that
I
you start on
agree.
the first game. It does.
I agree.
I'm with him. Halo 2 is the way to go. Halo CE is like it's my favorite Halo game. Don't get me wrong.
I will never tell someone to start
hey,
a franchise in the middle of the
I
story.
like Star Wars. Where should I start? Start at Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Halo 2 quite literally tells you the 5 minutes of plot that CE has.
Yes, but it's still. I just still think it's better
Just
to
play the game.
Play the game.
Just play the game.
They're gonna play it
And if
eventually.
you're playing it with them, that makes it easier.
Yeah, but when no one should play campaigns with me for their first time.
No,
No.
I disagree. I agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say no one should ever play with me on their first time because
Then they wouldn't get to do anything.
No, they wouldn't. Mando asks, whatever happened to Spartan Palmer? Not only was she fine, but her character interactions were really good.
She's more than fine. She's a fox, and you know it.
People got really upset, and 343 overcorrected and just
Good, I hope
killed her.
Ashton doesn't listen
She's
to this
alive.
episode.
She's not
it's
dead.
fine. She'd
But
agree.
They replaced her with what's her name again? Commander.
The one with the bee.
I don't know if her name starts with a B. I thought it was
No, there's a bee emblem on her chest.
Oh, yeah, which is like an I Love Bees reference, which was a good way to try to make us okay with her.
She seemed fine. I didn't mind her.
Agrinia! I don't mind her either. She's just completely useless.
So was Palmer. I'm
No,
not gonna
Palmer
lie.
was straight up in the plot. Like she's been established for 2 games and then they got rid of her.
Yeah, I do agree that I don't think there was a reason, but I think the idea is Palmer is on Zeta Halo.
I could understand that idea. Why? But you could just write it different. Why would you introduce an entirely new character that is ultimately there to tell you how to play the game and then occasionally say something on Big Team Battle? Like she has no purpose anywhere else in the entire game.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see Palmer there. It just doesn't.
Palmer.
I kind of already forgot that
It would
was
have
the
been.
thing.
It would have been nice to see a lot of characters.
Yes, but Palmer especially, just because I think she deserves a better chance. Like in Halo 5, she was much more serious, and I
think
still
part of
think
it
she
is
has one of
because
the best quotes.
343 is allergic to their past, so they get scared of.
Yes, I agree. She deserved another chance, but there's like several other characters right off rip that deserved to be in the game before.
Bring
Actually-
back Johnson for no reason.
I actually like.
Why
Now
not?
that I disagree with.
Why not?
No, because he's dead.
Johnson was cool.
Okay, but
He
he's
had a
dead.
kid. Why not?
Yeah. God.
Well, I mean, he
Johnson
did, he
Jr. It's the same voice actor.
He did get with a lot of chicks.
it's a lot of DNA
What?
tests.
He probably has a lot of bastards out there.
Probably, yeah. Lactating Batman says, "Who is everyone's favorite Alpha 9 ODST?" I think we inadvertently answered that.
I guess
earlier.
I'll pick an Alpha 9 one now. I guess I'll just say. Oh, I'll just piss everyone off. Mickey.
Oh, come
you're the
on.
worst.
It's not really, but I'm gonna stick with
He
that.
wants to be a troll.
I'm gonna bet that I'm gonna just guess yours would probably be Dutch.
Probably. I haven't played ODST.
Or
in
it would be
a long
Romeo
time.
because he's a smartass. The
I've
entire
actually-
game.
You want a confession?
Yeah,
I've only played ODST all the way through one time.
that's okay. You played it through one time.
Okay.
It's no one's favorite game. It's like
It's your
Except
I thought it was
yours.
your favorite game.
No, it is my favorite like Halo campaign and Halo story. And Halo CE is my favorite Halo game as a whole. But Halo 3 ODST, yes, it is my favorite, but it's no one else's. I've only met one other person that said Halo 3 ODST was their favorite game. And I've met even fewer people, which, that's not a lot, who have said they've played ODST more than once.
Okay. There we go.
Shane, Connor, favorite Alpha 9 ODSTs, the guys from ODST.
They already answered that.
Yeah, we inadvertently answered this earlier.
Yeah, but that's fair.
I didn't answer
I'll
that.
say it
I said
again.
the I said
That's
the
true. You said the guy with the
ODST got-
plasma,
I
yeah.
was gonna say, I'll say it again if you want.
Go
but-
ahead.
Yeah, Buck.
Thanks.
Buck is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
He's quirky.
Austin the False God says, do you think the humans coped to the fall of Reach the same way we do today by posting memes?
I think it's a little too soon.
Don't go to Reach on August 11th, 2552. Worst mistake of my life.
Maybe like after like 15 years, that's when the memes probably started.
It's an entire planet. And here's the thing, it's not the only planet either.
Like I have a loss of life on that scale
But also,
to compare it to.
pretty much no one made it off of Reach, like, at all. So, like, there probably wouldn't have been a whole lot of civilian populations that would even know that it happened. So they just would be like, oh, my flight to Reach got canceled. That's a bummer.
What
So I'm sure-
what a bummer.
I'm sure Oni was like just
I was
pulling
gonna go
strings.
shopping in Reach City.
Oh, I'm sure Oni's behind the scenes just like pulling strings, like, oh, yep, your flight to Reach is canceled permanently. We're not. They insurrectionists taken over. That you guys can't go there anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there was probably like people who were like, oh, I didn't even know the Covenant. Like don't even know the Covenant just completely ransacked it and glassed it.
Wait. Ooh. Lactating Batman asks, do you think some of the emojis they use in the Halo universe are different?
I guess probably.
Probably.
I'd
yeah.
It's been
imagine.
500 years, so Apple has definitely come up with something new.
Imagine how
I
far.
love how you assume it's Apple. Apple just
Apple's
has a
still
monopoly.
around.
That's
Apple
right,
has a monopoly.
Microsoft. I don't think you'll make it. Saiyan Rage Momaggot Yallin asks, with the amount of time Chief has spent in his armor, would he not have long, shaggy hair and beard?
You just because you don't see him take his armor off in the games doesn't mean he doesn't.
Well, in Halo 4, he definitely bald.
yeah, for sure.
He was in a
legendary-
cryo tube for.
right, and in the books,
Can your hair grow in a cryo tube?
No, you're frozen.
So
You
there.
don't age and
There you
not-
have it.
But I don't know what book it is. I know there's a few books that references Chief take off his armor. So I mean,
Yep.
I'd imagine
You're
he
talking-
doesn't he just sleep in it. Like, how's he supposed to eat and live?
Yeah, refer to the Halo TV show for more information about that.
No, that is not the most reliable source to go to. Don't do that. Austin's being ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie, season 2, episode 3 went pretty hard.
It went pretty hard.
It was pretty sick.
It's probably the best episode of the show so far.
Are your worries quelled so far? I
No,
know you were.
no.
I know you were
No,
concerned.
I-
after
I will
she's still
never
here.
not have an ambient worry about the
that's-
show.
I know at the end of episode 2, you were like, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about episode 3," but then you were like,
Well, then we
"Yes."
didn't see her in episode 3.
Really? I haven't seen episode
Oh.
3 yet.
Also, we haven't seen Noble Team yet, and that's gonna bother me.
I don't know if we're gonna.
I want at least a reference,
is a
man. It's not
miss-
that hard.
If they don't, that is such a
Cobalt went to Visegrad.
It is
No, it's
such
supposed
a
to be
missed
Noble.
opportunity.
I mean,
if they don't.
it would make sense if they just didn't include it, because if you've noticed, except for Omega Team, pretty much all of the teams are named after metals: silver, cobalt. There's other teams on there that are other metals, not colors, like in normal canon, in normal Halo.
In normal Halo.
Real Halo.
Flyboy Pfeiffer, servant of Torgo, asks, why aren't nanobots used more often in Halo stories to repair ships and equipment?
Halo 4.
That's the thing. They're nanobots. They're small.
Probably expensive.
They are expensive. They don't use them to repair ships because it's much easier to repair ships the traditional way. And as for equipment, they do use them to repair equipment.
They are used to justify a sudden art change.
Yes. That's
Nanomachines,
probably
son.
where his question was sourced from,
Yeah.
is nothing but spite and anger. Turbo Furby once again asks, favorite UNSC ship name? For me, it's a tough pick between the UNSC-2 for flinching and the UNSC Bum Rush, just for how goofy they are.
The UNSC Bum Rush kind of goes hard. That goes hard. I'm gonna name my ship that. in Helldivers too. I'm gonna name it the UNSC Bum Rush.
Let's see if I can pull up a list of ship names from the UNSC fleet.
Did we
I'm
answer
gonna
this
say
before?
I'm pretty basic. I like Forward Unto Dawn.
I also
It's inspiring.
I am a fan of
But
Forward Unto Dawn as well.
I'm going mainly games here in my brain. And Amberclad is also really cool.
Oh, that's a super dope name.
And Pillar of
my
Autumn is super iconic.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of ship names.
lot of names, dude.
We need a screen so we can all see what's on your laptop.
We just have a
we
straight.
got to get a projector.
We just have a straight UNSC Jamaica. That's just it's just UNSC Jamaica.
Made in China.
They pull a Black Ops 2. Is there a UNSC Obama?
Let's see here.
I swear to God, if they unveil an aircraft carrier called the USS Obama,
Oh, 2025 is
and
chalk.
2025 is
over.
over.
It's over.
Like we're Cordes DA is happening, and we are in trouble.
Well, there's a lot. What's crazy is there's a lot of stuff going on in Yemen right now as well.
I know.
Oh,
It's
boy.
adding
Black
up.
Ops 2, it's all lining up.
It is.
Oh, we picked different ones.
Yeah. Anyway,
See, it's more it's more dreadful than happy, so I picked the scary song.
there's a UNSC Applebee.
That's the one. That one. They named the ship after the neighborhood.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, they have.
I need a video game rendition.
I'm just I'm just gonna name
It's
a
probably
couple
somewhere.
more.
It's probably somewhere in a book or somewhere like just
Cortana,
in a random.
get word
piece.
back to the UNSC Applebee. We're out of chicken tenders. Half-priced apps is over.
I'll just name a few more for fun. We have UNSC Contents Under Pressure.
That's hard.
UNSC
Contents?
Glasgow Kiss. Yeah.
It's not content under pressure?
No, they're straight up. It's unless it's contents, but there is an S.
Oh, that's weird.
And then let's do one more. Let's UNSC Meriwether Lewis.
That's dumb.
I like that. No, I changed my mind. F- you Forward Unto Dawn. I'm picking the UNSC Applebee.
I'm with the Applebee's.
I'm UNSC Spirit of Fire. Wow,
Spirit of
shocker.
Fire is awesome.
It's just way too cool
It's
of
a
a
great
name.
name.
It's a great name, actually. All right. Next up. Lactating Craig asks, would you be able to explain the use of reconciliation discs during the Forerunner Empire? How did the reconciliation budget work?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Connor's being real.
Yeah, any Forerunner question, you're just going to
This
have
guy.
to go to Austin.
The reconciliation discs, I mean, we don't really know a whole lot about those. I'm not going to lie.
Throw them on the turntable.
No, it's like,
And then they play the song from Truth and Reconciliation.
like here, I want to make sure again that I don't get this wrong. So I'm going to just real quick reference off of the Halopedia,
Which is what
I'm
you
scrolling.
could have done.
While you're pulling that up, Connor did have a good point about having a screen that we can like all see.
It's in the budget.
I was gonna say we should like a projector would kind of go hard.
Well, it would have to be in front of us, which would be interesting.
Well, if we go through with, if we wall this whole thing off, like go about it that way, like we talked about, like walling that section off, we could do that,
Yeah, maybe.
or we could all just start bringing a laptop or something.
I mean, there's always that, but yeah, I guess I guess with the Forerunner discs thing, I know that we don't know a whole lot about them, and there's some very vague thread that I found that's about them. So I guess we know so little that there's just some random threads. So you know what? You're not gonna really get much answers from me on that one.
You're gonna
Not this time.
As stubborn as you are. Sorry.
Kai Ronner asks, would you like to see Jerome in a mainline game?
Yes.
Would you rather him be playable or an interactable character, solo or with red team?
Either or.
I'll take Jerome. Thank you.
Yes.
Jerome is awesome. He's an amazing character, and I would be okay with him taking the mantle of the franchise.
Do it all.
Connor said full send it.
Because if Master Chief is going to have to eventually retire, which he very
He
well
will
should,
at some point.
I don't want someone else to take the Master Chief's character from Steve Downs. It should be Jerome. Jerome is awesome.
Can you really have your mainline character be just Jerome.
Come on now.
You haven't seen Jerome.
I haven't.
We were trying to kill each other.
Imagine, like, all right, what's the big character's name? Jerome.
Jerome
Or
has
it's
like
so easy.
like there's actually a medal for infection you can get. This Hell's Jerome. So there could be some pretty interesting overlap there.
Jerome.
Darkrai New Moon asks, if you could have your own ship with a full crew, any personnel from all across the species in Halo, which ship would it be? The Spirit of Fire.
If I could
Thanks.
have one of the ships and its crew.
If you could just own one of the ships and the people and creatures on it.
Thanks for the distinction. High Charity.
Oh my God, that's 5-head. Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. If you say anything other than High Charity, you're a goober.
I am the prophet of truth.
Yeah, High Charity. Oh my God, you have
Yeah,
this
give me that.
population.
is bussin'.
You have literally a population of what, billions?
Billions.
Yes, it is quite.
Maybe trillions. I don't remember.
I'm pretty. Google it is.
Yep,
Hold
go
on.
for it.
I want to say it's. I almost want to say it's in the trillions.
Connor, would you take High Charity?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, he
it's-
takes High Charity.
I mean, it depends.
How could
can
you
we?
not?
How far away from the flood can we stay?
Doesn't mean just because you have High Charity doesn't mean you're gonna for sure have the same fate.
Yeah, I mean,
I could take it before the war and
High
say,
Charities-
hey, if we find the Halo, don't open any f***ing doors that are locked.
High Charity
Okay.
stood as the Covenant's capital for thousands of years. Had a population of well over 7 billion.
Oh wow,
So that's a ship with over 7 and that's not
that is
counting.
almost the population of Earth.
That's not counting like other fleets of Covenant that are like just glassing.
Yeah,
Like I wonder like what's the population of the Covenant of it in its
we have no
entirety?
idea how large their fleet is. We have never known.
It's got to be
It is in.
I mean, if
it's
High
in
Charity
thousands.
yeah, it's oh my God, yeah. If High Charity itself is 7 billion, and like not the Covenant isn't all gathered there in one moment. They're all like there's always something going on. Always. I mean, look at the fleet that attacked Reach, and High Charity wasn't even there.
No, it wasn't even there. That wasn't like
It was probably hardly a fraction of
wasn't-
the Covenant
no.
fleet.
the largest fleet you will
It
ever
was just
see.
one
Halo 2.
flotilla.
Halo 2. There you can see all of the ships coming out of subspace,
And it
they
doesn't end.
endlessly.
It doesn't end
because there's a massive war happening.
Who's to say that High Charity isn't the only one?
That would be
There's a higher
terrifying.
charity.
Higher charity.
There's a higher charity.
Low Charity.
Give me the highest charity you have.
This one's got 8 billion.
I will say in Halo 2 Anniversary, I on that scene, I always just kind of stand there in the updated graphics and I just look up and I just watch.
Yeah. I feel that.
I just watch because like you look at High Charity, oh, there's 7 billion aliens on that. And then there's millions of ships that just don't stop coming through slip space. It doesn't end.
It never ends.
So
It never ends that way too.
it is I'd like it's probably I'd say it's probably triple the amount that's on High Charity.
How much do we know about the origins of the Covenant?
A lot.
There's a decent bit.
ton.
Now, before we
Let's make
It's
that
probably one of the
happen.
most fleshed out bits of the lore.
Before we continue this conversation, we are not even halfway through these questions, and we are almost out of time.
Yeah, we gotta
So
go.
let's keep going.
It's speed run time, all right?
I say that should be an episode idea.
Actually, we can continue the Q&A.
we covered the Covenant.
We can continue the
You
Q&A
just weren't
in
here.
terminals. Probably. Just so that we have enough time to cover all of them.
What's that?
We could answer, like, I could keep going, and then at some point when we run out of time, we could continue in terminals. Huh?
But what if we answer someone's question and they're not a patron? They don't
Free
get to hear it?
episode. Every time he asks this question, and I have to clarify, I can make it a free episode.
Have we done this before?
Yes, twice.
Was the Monopoly one of the times?
The
we did it?
Monopoly one.
How
was
do
one
you
of them.
know I wasn't specifically saying that so the audience would know?
James, stop.
The Terminals episode will be free. Go to listen to Terminals. It will have the rest of these questions if we don't finish them in time. If we do finish them in time, then the Terminals episode will be something else entirely. Don't worry about it. And also not free. The RNG asks, why is the John Why is the John called the Master Chief? Because he
That's
was-
his rank.
It's a rank.
Petty Officer and Master Chief, Petty Officer Spartan 117.
You, if you join the Navy and really work at it, you can be Master Chief.
True.
Nah, he just on him.
Do you think Master Chiefs in the Navy are like cool? The Master Chief.
I'm the Master Chief.
Like
It
privately.
sounds awesome.
It's a pretty cool. I've started calling my boss Chief.
That would piss me off.
I accept Chief. I've been called Chief multiple times.
He probably
It's
just thinks I'm calling him Chief, as in like boss. But I think of Master Chief every time I say it. He's a big guy. He's like 6'5", does CrossFit. He could be he
John.
He could, yeah.
It's him.
great. Am I the only one who listens
his name
to the
John?
live?
Yeah, I just realized I made the connection. His name is John.
It's just him.
Well,
That's
he's not 7 feet tall, has augmentations, and weighs over 1,000 pounds.
If he-
of
Yet.
armor.
Not yet.
Yet.
Not yet.
I feel like if he wore Halo armor, he would just be Master
We
Chief.
can hook him up.
Can we?
Yeah, I know
I
people.
feel like there's better. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
It's better use of our resources.
I was gonna say yeah.
Theorenci had a second question though.
I can you imagine just me going up to my boss with a full suit of Halo armor and be like, put it on.
Theorenci had a second question. Am I the only one who listens to the library to help me sleep? That's baller.
Is that really a question for us though?
Go to the Discord.
As far as I'm aware, there have been 2 other people who have said they fall asleep listening to us. So
Why?
What was that about?
waking them up.
Oh.
Potassium asks, what is, in your opinion, the best ship of the UNSC and Covenant? This can be named vessel or simply just a class of vessel. Unironically, the Spirit of Fire is the best UNSC. Out of the Covenant, it's definitely the freaking the Shadow of Intent because of the crew specifically.
I thought the Infinity was supposed to be like the peak of like.
Yeah, and look at that. It got freaking slapped and died.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. A eagle walks into a giant wasp nest. The eagle probably
Yeah,
gonna get clapped.
it was wrong place at the wrong time.
all I'm saying is the Infinity has been in a total of probably 2 battles, and it lost one of them and died immediately.
Counter argument. When they were talking about the development of the Infinity, it was declared it wasn't supposed to be a warship, but it was made just to progress humankind.
Counterpoint to your counterpoint. It had 4 Mac cannons. One of them was a
look
super
what
Mac.
but like look at the shit they just dealt with. The Flood, the Covenant. Like, yeah, I'd be strapped too traveling the universe.
You say it's only been in 2 battles, but is that not maybe just because every other time it found an enemy ship, it obliterated it immediately?
Well, they fucking ran.
they run almost all the time. The Infinity runs from most battles because they can't risk losing it because they know they will.
too expensive.
Yeah, they know they'll lose it. And look at that. The one time
It's
that they
kind of like
can't
in
run,
World
they
War
got
One when
lost
everyone
it.
had their all those empires had their dreadnoughts for the first time.
Yeah.
But they would never fight each other because they didn't want to lose it.
Yeah. Chief asks, or Chife, because you put the I in the wrong place.
Chife.
Asks, how's the voice acting career going? Need the mod ASAP. He's talking about Evolutions, the mod being developed by Choke Point Games that 3 of the 4 people here make an appearance in. It's in development and coming soon. You should go to the Choke Point Games Discord for updates. Spam Tim, please. Go ahead. Boy Bacon asks, what do y'all think about Spartan 4s? I personally think they're a lot similar to Spartan 3s, especially when you read about them in books such as Halo the Rubicon Protocol or Halo Last Light. Spartan Ops is probably the #1 reason as to why they get such a bad rep. Spartan 4s are unimpressive all around. There are some that are...
Compared to Spartan 2s, they are still pretty impressive people.
They are impressive
they're
people.
better than your average grunt.
I will say, yeah, Spartan Ops did a bad job because Majestic is unironically the worst team I've ever seen in any military ever. Like, insubordinate. Straight up, like, saying that they were trying to flirt with women during a serious national disaster.
Yeah.
Gotta calm the nerves somehow.
Just trying to make sure the women of New Phoenix are feeling all good,
The
man.
women of New
know.
Phoenix are ashes.
You're talking to particles. Just get the vacuum out.
Oh my god.
Would it not just be like you walk outside, just...
Damn, we just really recreated that whole moment.
It was great. Potassium asks, who are some other Halo content creators you'd like to be guests in future episodes?
Hidden Xperia.
Hidden Xperia.
Hidden experience.
I feel like he's the only one left.
He's like, we got Halo follower.
You are legally required to say Cubby Cannon.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Covey Cannon. If you ever listen to
He's
this.
also, yeah, Covey Cannon's a good one, but I think Hidden Xperia is probably, I just have nostalgic ties to Hidden Xperia as well. I've been watching him for a long time, and he helped me get through the dark times of Halo 5 and nothingness, the purgatory of the Halo life cycle. When
music works so well.
we were hearing nothing.
This
Like,
music probably starts like 30% of the Hidden Xperia YouTube videos.
yeah,
This and
his lore,
this
his lore
and
videos.
I always forget the name. It's my favorite Halo tune. The Halo 2 one,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called. Either.
Unsullied Memory, I think.
I don't remember. Shane, remember that one time I got Hidden Xperia to wish you happy birthday?
Yeah, I still have the video.
Yeah, that was awesome. Vermins with tiny EODs asks, do you ever plan on letting your mods join a full episode? Nope. That would be bypassing. Potassium asks again, how much to send 13 pounds of cheese to Vermin?
What?
What?
Huh?
Are you asking how much you would, like, how much you
500
would...
credits.
Dude, no, I'm saying, I'm going to say 10,000. Give me 10,000. And I guess you can spend more money and send 13 pounds of cheese to Vermin.
Hey there, Halo fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our friends right after these messages.
Lactation of Truth asks, so going off of the episode 42 Q&A, would you say these Spartan 1.1s are basically natural ODSTs in terms of physical ability at least? I don't know, they're not adults yet. I mean, kind of. I mean, they might be. No, they should be. If we're talking pre-Covenant War, they would be adults. Maybe
Oh,
even
we're
the
talking
Middle
about the
Ages.
Spartan babies.
Yeah, the Orion
babies.
Project babies. Spartan 1.1s.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
Perhaps.
know. Maybe.
We don't know.
Vermins with tiny EODs asks, how long is it going to take Shane to wave hello back to me? At this time of message, it's been 11 weeks since I waved hello to him.
I waved back. I waved back Thursday, I think. It might have been, it was sometime over the weekend, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that like, aw, and moved back.
Lactating Batman asks, according to a line of dialogue in Halo Reach, apparently grunts taste like lobster. What do you think the other species of the... What?
I'm going hunting.
What do you think the other species of the Covenant would taste like, and how do you think you would
St.
cook
Healy
them?
probably tastes like alligator.
Straight up brute tastes like and I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, I'd imagine Brute and Kigyar probably taste the worst.
Here's the thing. I would just be eating grunts if they taste like
No,
lobster.
it's what I'm saying.
Wait,
like
hold
a
on. Would
lobster.
Kigyar taste like chicken because they're bird?
They are
creatures?
bird-like.
Yeah, but they look gross.
Would they be poultry-esque?
They might be. They
I mean,
might be
if you
fine.
get-
Have you
Cook
seen
it, the
birds without
bacteria would be
feathers?
gone.
That's what a jackal looks like.
Well, then, actually, on the brute thing, they would be kind of tough and probably gamey because of how muscly they are, but they probably would taste pretty darn good.
The Senshayun probably tastes like a nutsack.
Like the sweatiest one you can imagine.
That's
How do
so
you guys know what that tastes like?
gross. I said probably.
No, you want to know what probably tastes the worst out of all of them? The drones. No, the drones.
Oh, yeah, they're
They're
bugs.
f***ing bugs.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Hey,
Jeez.
people eat bugs?
I'm speaking.
And a lot of M keys in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of M keys. Saiyan Rage Mobagget Yalin asks, how difficult would you say is Halo Infinite Firefight compared to previous Halos on the same difficulties? It's pretty easy. It's pretty
Like,
easy.
I kind of enjoyed it for a second, so
Oh,
I'd
it's
say
fun.
pretty easy.
It
It's
is fun.
fun.
There's
The
no
more
life system.
the custom games that people make with AI is a lot
Way
more fun
better.
in my brain.
Yeah.
because
Which
I
we have
don't
not
mind.
done enough of those in the
Yeah.
game nights.
I don't mind the matchmaking firefight as like a time, like
No,
just a
I
way to
love
pass
it.
time. It is fun.
Yeah.
but it's really boring.
It's much more accessible than the MCC firefight matchmaking system, but that's
the thing. I don't
love those
matchmake
firefights.
firefight.
Nope.
Yeah,
I usually play firefight as a custom.
I
game.
would've
It's a
been-
good little XP grinder, I imagine.
I would have
but
been down for it if they had an endless firefight mode.
They do not.
And that's the problem. I want an endless firefight, official endless firefight with the same objectives. The objectives are fun. I like that. Like make it like a points multiplier thing. I was down to just get high scores. I miss those days. Saiyan Rage Momagget Yalin asks, are there more doors in the world or wheels?
Wait, before we answer that,
Oh, man.
before we answer that, I just want to say that Halo 5 Mythic Firefight is probably the hardest firefight that's ever
Warzone
existed.
firefight is one of the most entertaining experiences I've ever had.
I hate
It
it.
sucks that it's so hard to find a game of it now because I would totally keep playing it.
It's great. It was fun. Me and Shane had...
It wasn't fun.
He's traumatized, but it was fun.
it's blatantly unfair and overpowered.
He's level 151. That's why he's salty.
Yes. I mean, I definitely a little. I mean, not. I don't want to say salty because I just gave up and found out that the Halo Infinite award wasn't.
It is a red arm.
It is not. It was not worth it. They're definitely.
I tried to tell you guys.
Here's the thing.
We were holding out hope.
You did, but
I was like, they're not going to put something super badass armor like.
I didn't want. I mean, I did argue with you on it. I won't lie, but you weren't wrong. But my counter argument was we deserve something better. We definitely deserve.
Yeah, I agree.
For a game majority of the community doesn't like. If you hit max rank, we should have gotten something. We should have got like a really, really nice armor set that no one else had. That was the fair reward that we should have gotten.
I get it. I just knew there was no way they were going to do that.
They should have. It doesn't make sense.
It's the same as like
it made no sense for them to not.
How in Halo 5 they had Helios Skrill for beating all the campaigns in MCC on Legendary, but then put them all in rec packs anyway.
Yeah. No. Right. No. I get that. But the thing is, it's just
the only real example is probably Achilles, which in Halo 5, you had to have 100,000 kills as a company, which a lot of people would just gang up in companies and like literally just farm people in Warzone. Yeah. And it made Warzone almost unplayable for a while.
Yeah. If you saw a team full of Achilles armor, you were chalked. Over, yeah.
You were chalked.
UNSC EOD Infinity asks, Connor, why the do you like putting salt on pancakes?
And he put it in big bold font too.
Sometimes you just gotta do it,
No, you don't. You literally don't have to.
Just try putting salt on everything. You never know.
Salt on every. Oh man, I don't know about. I don't know. You know what, Connor? To humor you, I will try it next time we go to IHOP.
Sweet.
I promise you. Okay.
Make sure you have syrup on there.
What? Oh gosh. Okay. Lactating Craig asks, why do I hurt?
I don't know.
Because.
Kai Ronner asks, Connor was reminding people of Caboose. If the library were red versus blue, who would everyone be?
Oh, we've already had this discussion.
Yeah, your church.
You guys have seen it.
I thought you were.
I thought I was Griff.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got that backwards. I thought my church now. I think I'm church now.
Weirdly, I think you were more church before.
More church before?
Yeah. You were a little angrier.
I thought I was Caboose.
No, Connor's always been Caboose.
Okay, so wait, so then I'm church. I was church then. So what am I now? Who am I now? Or am I still church? Because I could still get pretty pissy.
You're not pissy enough. Shane is church.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Don't lie to me. You can get a little pissy.
No, yeah.
So does that mean that I'm Simmons?
Yeah, you're Simmons.
Okay, we're best friends. Kyroner asks, to take the heat off Connor, what food combination do you guys enjoy that gets criticism?
Damn, the Q&A just popped up during everyone had to head straight to the Q&A when we told them what Connor was doing at IHOP.
I don't think I have any weird food combinations.
I put sometimes as a snack, instead of just getting chips with like flavors, I'll just straight up get Frank's Red Hot and put it on potato chips.
I mean, it's not what I do.
Is that weird?
No,
I don't think it's that weird.
No, what I do isn't weird, but it's definitely fat. I put queso on my rice at Mexican restaurants.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
no,
do that.
As I say, it's not weird. It's just fat.
It is fat. Don't get me wrong. You definitely have one.
Wait, someone in the Discord said something when we outed Connor. They put something else on their pancakes. We outed Connor for salt on his. Someone said something. What did they say?
I don't remember.
Someone put.
Please remember.
Potassium put like pepper on something weird.
Ice cream.
On ice cream.
Pepper on ice cream.
I still think that sounds better than salt on pancakes.
No,
that's I don't know. It's close.
I can understand sweet and spice. That's the thing.
Not ice cream. That's not sweet and spice.
Mexican
that's
ice cream
dairy.
spicy.
That's dairy.
Cold and spice.
That's weird.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't think of.
I can think of something to tell everyone about Austin and food. I don't think this is the case anymore, but back when we were younger, he said he preferred Salisbury steak over real steak.
Oh yeah, no, that's different now.
I remember that. That is unholy.
Well, that's because my family was too poor to buy steak.
Wow, James, you're an asshole.
Okay, I didn't know.
What a piece of garbage!
I only had a chance to eat steak once until I was 18.
Well, here's the thing. You told me this. You told me this Well, you lived in a really nice house with a lot of property and woods, and yeah.
I mean, we lived in a nice house because we built the house.
No, I'm talking about. Oh wait.
Yeah, that house was destroyed when we moved into it. The deck was half off the building. It was.
Still,
it's just because
for the layman, I'm like, dang, this is a nice little property.
You had a good.
I had no reason to
assumption.
believe you hadn't had the opportunity to eat steak.
You had a good assumption.
Also, Outback at the time had a Walkabout Wednesday for $11.99. You got a steak, a side, and a drink.
Outback. My dad doesn't like Outback.
Well, that explains a lot.
It does. But I love it now. I cook steak on the reg. All right, on the reg.
He's changed everybody.
G Weezy.
Also, did you know Salisbury steak is only like a third beef?
Yep.
It's chicken, pork, and basically all the grindings that they just put into a
and I can appreciate not wasting the animal.
I did not know that.
It's not beef.
I appreciate not
it is
wasting the
beef,
animal.
but it's not beef.
But I still like it.
Salisbury is still good.
I enjoy it. Like, here's my favorite combo is if you just get mashed potatoes and Salisbury steak.
The thing that's depressing about Salisbury steak is it comes from Salisbury, Carolina, like the concept, and apparently the real thing is not even close to the actual thing that everyone knows.
No, it is much better.
Salisbury steak is just. We can't do a microwave dinner steak, so this is as close as you get.
Like the accent. G Weezy asks, when we playing the Halo Infinite campaign in co-op, do you guys launch each other in the vehicles with a grapple shot ground pound? If you haven't tried that, you should. Also, what are your favorite glitches in the Halo franchise? Okay, we haven't done that first thing. I'll answer that for everybody. Favorite glitches in Halo? Just one. Just name one.
Can you count rocket jumping as a glitch? Like
It's
Halo
not.
2 Extreme rocket jump?
I count that as an exploit.
It's not really a glitch.
I'm going with the Johnson glitch when Halo 3 when we were
the
playing
cloning, the cloning one.
When we did it on
kept him alive.
accident.
in Halo 3.
In the cutscene where
He's just
Arbiter
walking.
he's just walking in the back. Oh my god, it was so funny. He's just walking away. And then you got the Infinite Splazer as well.
I think my personal favorite would be the one in Halo 4. You can get outside of the mission composer and join that space battle that's happening outside. That one's pretty awesome.
Can you actually like fight like?
Yeah, it's never ending. You just fight Covenant forever, and there's Marines that will drop in to assist you as well.
Oh wait, the weapon pad glitch in Halo 5.
Ooh, that one's good.
They left. They technically made it. They basically were like, this glitch is so cool, it's a feature now, but it's still technically a glitch.
It was a glitch, and it was a good glitch at that. Connor, do you have a favorite glitch?
I was going to say what James said, but
Sorry, Connor.
going off of clips
That's
that
probably
I've
all
seen,
he had.
there was this speedrunning clip I was watching. This dude aimed in with a sniper and then swiped really fast with a sword. And
Sword
just
lunge.
Super jumped.
Yep.
That's cool.
Super lunge. That's a really that's a classic one.
Because that one frame that your sword reticle is red after the sniper one was, it allows you just to lunge that far.
Let me confirm, as someone who's done it, it feels like butter. It's so nice.
I've never attempted.
It's wild. It's wild.
Is it that hard to do?
Yes. You only have one frame to do it.
So how do speedrunners just like do it all the time?
Practice thousands and thousands of attempts.
It becomes muscle memory at that point.
Yep. Damo asks, what is your favorite multiplayer game mode and why? Game mode, CTF. Freaking love CTF. It's a classic.
It's so classic.
Yeah, big team CTF probably.
Oh, he's gonna want it. Okay, whatever.
I like the bigger game modes. I've always been a sucker for big team battle.
I've been suffering Griffball.
Oh.
Yeah, what the hell?
Halo
Where's
5.
that at?
Here's the thing. Halo 5
we're not even gonna
has
get
the best Griffball.
Halo 5
It
Griffball
is
is
so
great.
fun, and I can't play it.
Nope.
Because it's not even a matchmaking option anymore on Halo 5.
So we just don't have Griffball.
No.
Nope.
It's occasionally an MCC, but it's not the same.
I won't get started because that's gonna open a whole nother can of worms.
What about you, Connor?
What was the question?
What's your favorite game mode?
Oh, Super Fiesta.
That makes sense. It's a good one.
I just off topic. I don't do drugs.
Okay.
But if I did, I'd want to listen to this for like a loop.
My runner-up for my game mode is probably Ricochet.
Ricochet. I freaking love Ricochet.
Connor, what did you say, by the way?
Super Fiesta?
I interrupted you and I feel bad.
He said Super Fiesta.
No, I was done.
Yeah, dude, Ricochet, that's my number 2. CTF is way too good, but Ricochet, I played that exclusively on Halo 4 for a very long time. DMW Lactating John asks, Out of all the hosts, who are the best Halo players to worst Halo players? So scale in order of who's the best to worst.
Boom,
Sorry,
boom,
Connor.
boom, boom.
James, they don't know who you just boomed at, so you're gonna need to say the names.
Austin's probably the best right now.
I've played tournaments.
Yeah, and then Shane. I think Shane can still give you a run for your money, though.
He can.
Then me. It sucks because I am good at Halo, but because I play with you guys, I always feel like I suck.
You've
and then I
gotten
play
way
by
better.
myself and I top frag every single game I
You
play.
play with 2 demons.
Like, the thing is, like, I'm usually right behind you guys. I'm never that far. But the thing is, whenever I hop into Infinite by myself, I feel like a god.
Yeah, custom lobbies, if I get anything more than third, I'm happy.
Speaking of custom lobbies, people have been asking for you.
Where have you been on our game nights?
So
Yeah.
we played it twice. I messaged you twice this weekend to get on for a game night. One of them you just answered me and didn't get you. I don't know what the hell you said. It didn't make sense. And the second time you legit just didn't answer me.
He was under the influence of the green and
Yeah,
fell asleep.
for one.
He fell asleep
I've
with
just-
his eyes open.
I've just been in this weird funk where, like, I've not really been feeling Xbox recently.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah. Like, I just stare at my Xbox and play games, and I'm like, this could be so much better.
Spirit of Lactation asks, if you could bring one thing from Halo from 4 to Infinite, what would it be? Oh, so specifically
4?
from Halo 4, the Mantis.
Yeah, Mantis.
The customization, armor customization.
Give me the big robot.
Customization of the 4 was actually really underrated.
Yeah, no, it was arguably the best in the. Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
like.
I was struggling on my own trying to think
I was
of
gonna say
something.
it quite literally is the only. I mean,
In terms of things you could do, I agree. In terms of appearance, I do not agree.
what do you mean in terms of appearance?
Armor, I think it's just
The small select few in Halo 4 is better than 90% in Halo 5.
no, I know,
Right, so I'm confused on what the point.
but
you're
I
making
still
is.
think Halo 4's armor is 10 times uglier than Reach and
No,
Infinite's armor.
yeah, no, that's
That's more what I was
No,
saying.
okay,
I was
no,
saying in
that's
terms
fair.
of the amount of stuff
Yeah.
you can do.
No,
Yes, it's top tier. But
yeah,
in terms
but
of
that's what I
what
meant.
the
principal
armor looks
customization.
like.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. Like
Principal
the fact I can,
customization.
head,
Yeah.
shoulders, chest,
Knees and
knee.
toes.
knees and toes, knees and toes.
and no fucking coatings.
Um,
I could choose my freaking colors.
Thank you for censoring yourself that second
see,
time.
honestly, that's probably what I was gonna pick, but I think I'm gonna pick Spartan Ops.
I would love
An updated Spartan Ops would
Like
hit
playing
different.
as your squad of Spartans
On Zeta
Halo during the initial phases of the fight.
have it. Why
You want to know why? Because they're anyway.
They
next
don't love
question
us.
is
They don't love us.
lactating yap yap asks, Atriox versus the Arbiter. Whose side would y'all be on? Both of them in their
Arbiter.
prime.
Atriox walked away from the Arbiter in a fight.
Did he actually?
Yes.
When?
That is a fact.
Huh?
It's in one of the books. Atriox and Arbiter called out Atriox. You know what I'm talking about. Atriox walked away.
Wait, was that an Outcast?
Basically, yeah.
Okay,
He walked away. I don't know what book, but I know some things. I know things. Atriox walked away because he would have got pumped.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's wild to think about. Anyway,
Arbiter. Also, how could you not want to fight for Mr. Concert of Worlds? Okay.
No, I would
have to do the hand thing whenever.
I would-
for everyone at home, every time I say Concert of Worlds on this show, I'm lifting my hands up and like praising God. Like I'm holding a world in my hands.
You don't mind if I praise God for a
It's
second?
like that. It's like that Elmo gif with the fire.
Concert of Worlds. Dude, we can make that a meme gif. Just Concert of Worlds.
Concert of Worlds. Can we? Okay, if anyone can just work with SFM, can you just get Arbiter doing that pose for me?
And then just add the text Concert of Worlds in impact font with a little bit of black, what is it called?
Whatever.
Oh, I don't remember what it's called. One more question, and then we have to wrap it up, unfortunately, and then we have to head it off to the terminals. Spirit of Lactation asks, Locke versus Tartarus. Who wins? Tartarus. Moving on.
Tartarus.
Wow, that
Tartarus.
was ridiculously
That was a dumb
easy.
question.
That was so easy.
I mean, I love you. I'm sorry.
Anyway, thank you for listening. If you want to wrap up this episode with us, you'll have to go to the terminals because the terminals will have the rest of the questions, obviously. Thank you for tuning in so far, though. If you want to support us directly, you can go to patreon.com/JumperScape. If you want to support us directly in a different way, it would be ko-fi.com/JumperScape. If you want to join the community, it's discord.gg/JumperScape. We're about to miss our show, so I'm going to wrap this up as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for listening. Shane, shout thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll see you guys next week when we probably... Yes, Connor?
Goodbye, everyone.
When we interview either going to be Alexander Furman or some other person that we don't know yet. It's going to be up in the air. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week. That was terrible. Hold on. Next week.
The library was produced and published by JumperScape Audio. Funding was provided by our fantastic patrons on Patreon. If you enjoy the show and wish to support JumperScape's future projects or get some sweet benefits, join our Patreon at patreon.com/JumperScape or become part of this truly special community at discord.gg/JumperScape. Thank you for your listenership, and we hope you enjoyed.